Hello, welcome to Gaia's Graceful Garden Soap Company, LLC. This is a fairly new channel because my business, I make soaps, salves, body butters, body products, spiritual products, candles, massage candles, and I take them around to festivals and craft shows and events. So I decided I wanted to expand a little. I read cards at these events for people face to face, one-on-one. I decided I wanted to expand a little bit my business. So I decided that I would start doing free general collective reads on my business channel. This is why I'm here now. I want to thank everyone who checks us out, who comes and vibes with us, who likes and subscribes. We have a few subscribers. Like I said, it's very new. So if you do come and check us out, please like, please subscribe. Feel free to comment in the comments below. That would be wonderful to be able to interact. Anyway, we're expanding here. I'm an intuitive card reader, so I read according to the energies that I channel in at the beginning of the reads, and according to the energies of the collective or the person or people I'm reading for and the cards. I don't always read by the book. I feel like anybody can read a book. It's more about the energy. Take what resonates here when you listen to these reads. Take what resonates with you and leave anything that doesn't. Not everything's going to resonate with you. If a reading doesn't resonate with you at all, it's probably not your read. If you don't like the way that I read, then I may not be your reader. Feel free to check out any of the other numerous wonderful readers on YouTube. Believe me, there are plenty. The sign readings for December are already up. So when you check those out, if you check those out, and your sun sign doesn't resonate with you, maybe check out your moon sign, your rising sign, your north node, or your Venus signs. Those may all be applicable. And if none of it resonates with you, well, yeah. I guess maybe try again next time. I do channel in messages at the beginning of the readings. I'm an automatic writer. So I scribble a lot, and words, phrases, images come to me, and then I write it down, and then I'll share that at the beginning of the reads, and then we go from there. Let's see. I do personal readings also, so if you'd like to have a personal reading, the email where you can contact me will be in the description box below. My mini reads are $25. My full readings are $50. And if you'd like to donate or tip the channel, my Cashapp will also be below. I do have Venmo also, and I haven't put my Venmo at the bottom. I will start doing that here eventually as well. I do not use PayPal, because there have been a few times where I have used PayPal and they've made me wait 45 days to receive my money. So I do not use PayPal. Spiritual tools like tarot reading, pendulum swings, books, any kind of spiritual tool. They're wonderful guides. They're very helpful along our journey. Beautiful tools. However, we should never live our lives completely according to tarot reads, pendulum swings, books, so on. The real truth is inside of yourself. So while these things are helpful, don't get into it so much that you lose sight of who you are and what your intuition says, because that's probably the most important tool, your most important guide, your most important buddy in your personal journey. With all that being said, well, let's go ahead. I also, I don't believe in God as someone outside of myself or outside of any other person. I see every single person as God dwelling within them. And the same with the adversary energy. I wanted to mention that too. So you won't hear me talking much about God, and if that offends you, I'm sorry, but that's how I feel. It took me a long time to get to this point. You know, I feel like all religions are beneficial, yes, to a certain degree. Once you get to a certain point, though, you reach a different understanding, and the truth really does set you free. So, if you got anything to say about worshiping the devil or anything like that, please don't even leave your comments. It's not going to trigger me if you do. But, yeah, I just think all that's nonsense, and you can think what you want, I suppose. I've really gotten to the point where I'm quite content in who I am. With all that being said, let's get on with the channel messages. The first thing I got was synchronicity. There's a lot of synchronicities going on in the world right now. A lot of, I guess as some might call it, some are calling it end times, end of the age. I don't believe in all that really necessarily either. Everything just changes, that's all. But there are some things that are going on in this world, and if you pay attention, you'll notice them. And then I got ranking, classifying, or sorting. And then the letter E, the name Eugene, eugenics. Eugene and eugenics came out at the same time, so I don't know if the name Eugene is important or if it's just eugenics. I'm thinking eugenics according to what else I'm reading here that I channeled in. Because the next thing I got was people in high places trying to create an unacceptable reality. Which for many of us, we see this going on around us everywhere. You had a bunch of entitled people, because entitlement is also in my channel and messages. A bunch of entitled people in high places that are trying to force us into a reality that most of us don't even want. The next thing I got was entitlement, obviously, and I incorporated that into the other read. And then I got lab created. So there are things being created in the lab that have something to do with all this too. There's a lot of talk of clones and stuff on some of these channels, and spiritual conversations. And so that could be something, who knows? Could be lab created stones. It could be anything that you can create in a lab. It just depends on how it resonates with you. Things are being swept under the rug. It's time to put it out in the open. Okay? So there are things being swept under the rug, and it's time to put them out in the open. I feel like a lot of things have gone on in our history and in our past that have been swept under the rug. Things that people would rather just not be accountable for. So they just kind of sweep it under the rug. That way they don't have to deal with it. Again, this has to do with people in high places. It's time to put everything out in the open, though. It's time for full disclosure on everything. And then I got, it might get worse before it gets better. And then I got a clandestine truth. Clandestine means secret. I had to look it up because I didn't know what it meant. It means secret, so, or hidden. So a clandestine truth. Then I got the letter G. And then I got shining light on a very dark subject. So I feel like That has a lot to do with things being swept under the rug and putting out in the open. There's some people in high places that really need to be held accountable for the crap that's being done in the world, for real. And then I got looks and brawn, but not much brain. And then I got spiritual warfare. So those are the channeling messages. Take how they resonate with you. These are the energies that I'll be working with. Sometimes it's all of these energies. Sometimes it's just one thing out of the channeling messages. It just depends on how the cards fall out. I do not read reversals because I go by the energies according to what I channel in at the beginning. And again, I'm intuitive, so I don't read by the book. I'll be using the Fairies Oracle and the Moon Oracle deck. So this is my oldest deck. The Fairies Oracle is my oldest deck, and so I have keywords written on them that I wrote on myself. Sometimes those are important when I'm doing the reading. Sometimes I just read according to the energy or what I see in the artwork. And my newest deck, the Moon Oracle deck, that's my newest one. In the first reading I did today, I was having a hard time getting the cards to fly out. Because usually when I read, I shuffle, then they fly out according to what should be seen or whatever. And because I haven't messed with them much, I was struggling to get them to come out right. However, in the last reading, they did just fine. Part of my coughing, I do have lung disease, so I do have some coughs every once in a while. Anyway, let's get on with the reading and read some cards. Oh, pendulum swing. I will be using my pendulum, even though I said in some of my first readings that I would not. I do this in my personal one-on-one face-to-face readings, and I have for a few years now. And I guess if somebody wants to say I'm copying after them, they can say that all they want, but I have been doing this for quite some time, and the people who I've read for before know that this is the case. Generally when I do this in face-to-face or in public with someone, I let them ask the questions. But these are very good tools for helping find the truth of things as well. And I will be using it. So if somebody wants to say I copied, oh, well, you go right ahead and say that. But I know better, and the people that I read for long before now know this too. So we'll get started with this. Clear all energy, please. Truth only. Show me yes. Please show me yes. I hope that can be seen. Yes. Okay. Now we're going to ask, were the channeled in messages at the beginning of this, are they correct, accurate, and true? Yes. Okay. Now we'll read some cards. Again, my channel is very new, so bear with me while I start on this. I want to thank all the people who have liked and subscribed. There's very few because, again, the channel's very new, but I am so grateful for each and every one of you. I send you all love and appreciation. The more likes and subscribes that we have, the more the channel grows. That's always pretty important. And sharing is always acceptable too. Just don't claim my work for your own. Okay. What do we have for the channel in reading? Please, Spirit. Messages for the channel in reading. One's falling out. Okay, this is on my phone, so I'm hoping that everyone can see. We got the Glanconer. That was in reverse. I don't normally read reversals because it'll come out. I do keep in mind, this is Tate and the Sylph. I do keep in mind when they do come out in reverse, even though I don't read the reversals. Whoa! First one that came out will be fine. What in the heck? It's already coming out according to the channeling message. You just really can't make these up. I need 2 more, please, Spirit. At least 2 more. There's one here. It was reversed. And that's the Singer of Intuition. Okay. So what I've got so far, we've got the Glanconer. And there's been an illusion, a delusion, a lack of clear sighting, but mostly an illusion. There's been an illusion, and I believe that it was put over a huge collective of people. This could have something to do with rank classification and sorting of people. However, people are waking up to this. They're becoming more discerning, more awake, more alert as to what's going on in the world around them. While a lot of this stuff was hidden, a clandestine truth is making itself known. This kind of goes with this. You know, there's a quickness, awokeness, awareness, a trusting of our own inner knowledge of things. We know this is taking place now. Like, we've woke up to it. We now know it. And we're depending on our own faith, on our own, I'd say, recognizance, but that doesn't make sense. I mean, this reminds me of the Fool card in the regular tarot deck. I mean, he's stepping out. I feel like, in spite of what's been going on, like I said, this has happened. People are waking up to it. They understand what's going on now. Some people have become, I mean, their perceptiveness, because they're awake now, they're more on point. They're more able to spot the bullshit from a mile away. They're holding on to their own faith, being independent more on their own selves and less dependent on people in high places, because it's the people in the high places that have actually caused this illusion. And before, I feel like people were looking to these people in high places for answers, for saving, to be saved, you know. But I feel like there's a more independent, there's just a change in perception. Like, we went from illusion through this to awake. So the way that people were looking at things, with these people in high places before has now changed completely. They're relying more on their own independence, mastering their own crafts, depending less upon these people in high places. The topsy-turvy, the way they look at things has changed. I mean, they've seen what's going on in the world for what it really is. They're trying to maybe create their own reality, because the reality that they've been forced into for so long has been an illusion, a delusion. There was a need to open their eyes, so they opened their eyes, became awake, intellect on point. Here's perceptive again. The trust that they once had in this is now more of a trust in their own independence, their own sovereignty. See what we can get for clarification. There is going to be a place where it gets worse before it gets better. There's a lot going on in our world right now. Every generation's come before us, you know. It's a different time now. People are waking up to all the nonsense that's been done to them by these people in higher places. And the reality that they've created is unacceptable. And I just heard culling. So I guess I'm pretty sure that goes with eugenics as well. Sorting, ranking, classifying. We didn't do that. All people are important. You know, I don't give a shit. Like, I don't care. Just because people have money, or because they're in a high place or high stature. Yeah, because the earth loves all. She loves all her beings. Gaia. She's a beautiful mother. She's the earth herself. And she's not standing for this shit anymore either. She's probably part of the reason that so many are waking up like they are. A few entitled don't get to decide what happens to the rest as a whole. Thank you for that, Spirit. I just heard that. A few entitled don't get to decide what happens for humanity as a whole. That's too many. But we'll keep this one. It's been a challenge. It's been a challenge waking up to these things. It's been a challenge. Because there's been so much done to try to keep us sleeping and unaware. And we just, yeah, it's been a challenge. Many of us have already woken up, and there are many waking up at this time. Yeah, because there's a revision in reality happening. As things become known, and they will, because all things become known eventually. As they become known, revisions are going to happen. That's where this happened here. A new perspective, perceptiveness, the waking up has happened. It was a challenge. Relying on our own independence, on our own faith, on the God within us, the God in each and every person, the consciousness that is bigger than all of us. Because of, yeah. A few in high position should not get to decide what happens to everyone as a whole. And there are a few that think that that's the way it should be. We got two. We're going to take them both. Palace and promotion. Yeah, we've gone inside of our own self, our own house, our own inner being, our own palace. We've changed our perception, and now we're being promoted, because this cannot, these things can't continue happening in the world. You know, I know there are a lot of people with high stature, high places in the world, people who think that they should reign above others. But everyone's waking up to this. Like, it's not going to be able to go on forever. It's a clandestine truth, and it's being brought to light. It's no longer a secret. It's no longer hidden. It's being brought out in the open. It's being brought to light. It couldn't stay hidden forever. Especially in the time we're living in now. Like, we have technology that is just unreal. And these things couldn't stay hidden forever. These are my own cards here. Just had a whole handful come up. They're hard to shuffle because there's so many. I feel like these people in high places are starting to understand that the collective is no longer sleepy. They're no longer stupid. They have a pretty good understanding of things, and they don't want to be deceived anymore. They don't want to be put, and they don't, yeah. And I hear crimes against humanity. Like, this stuff cannot keep going on. Y'all are doing what you love to do. Yeah. I feel like when everyone was on lockdown for a long time, it couldn't work. I mean, places were shut down. People were stuck at home. I feel like a lot more people were learning to do what they love to do because they're stuck at home. A lot of people couldn't go to work. And a lot of people started their own businesses during that time. They're coming away from all these things that have been holding us back for so long. I mean, if you look at this guy here, he's stepping out. He's jumping off the edge. You know, like, he's not letting these things hold him anymore. Doing what he loves to do. Some people are even traveling more. But I feel like a lot of this has to do with what we're doing to make our money, to make a living. We don't want to be stalked. We don't want to be targeted. We don't, we don't want to be cold. We don't want to be a part of eugenics. We don't want to be a part of this stuff. We don't, like, this is, Oh, a few more, Spirit. I'm going to use the other ones. Let's ask a few questions here, though, first. Clear the energy. Is this people in high places trying to illusion the general population collective? Yes. Does this have to do with eugenics? Yes. Okay. Does this have to do with people in high places creating an unacceptable reality? Yes. Okay. Just a little more clarification on this, please, Spirit. I feel like we're just not having it anymore. Like I said, the more people are waking up, the more they're going inside their own palace, inside their own head, inside their own heart, inside their own self, their own temple. They're waking up to this. They're seeing what's going on around them. It's like looking out of a great big window, and you're seeing things that you never really saw before. That one fell on the floor. Let me do that. Sometimes I keep them, but please, Spirit. Maybe this deck doesn't want to be used either. Yeah, middle-aged bliss, having the needs met, happy life. This is what people want. Life is good overall. Because they're starting to come away from this illusion. They just want their needs met. They just want to live a good life. You know, like, and they're starting to see how, you know, there are some trying to rule over others, people in high places, entitled people. You know, these are people who are sitting there eating T-bone steaks and lobster every night and want to say it's okay for us to eat hot dogs and macaroni and cheese. You know, like, I think it was Gandhi that said there's enough for every man's need, but not enough for every man's greed. And I feel like that's kind of what some of the problem is, you know. You've got some who want it all and to keep it all, while others are doing without. And, you know, there's a ranking, a classification, a sorting of people. You know, like, people aren't things. Human beings aren't things. They have hearts, they have minds, they have souls. And each one matters. And none of us has the right to say that some matter more than others. some of these. Everybody just wants to have their needs met. Everyone just wants to be happy, you know? And it's been a struggle for so many for so long. I think people are just getting tired of it, really. They're just getting tired of it. They're looking for new ways to do things, new ways to make ends meet. You know, legally, of course. But they're looking for more ways to not rely so much on the people in high places, on the rulers of sorts, I guess. Whoa. Yeah, they want overall well-being. They want to be equally yoked. And I'm not talking about the equally yoked that's in the Bible. I'm talking about equally yoked among peers. They want to accept each other with open arms. They want everything to be on an equal playing field. People are tired of nonsense. Let's see if we can get some more. And, you know, the earth herself, she's about had enough too. I mean, after all, the children here were all material, mater, mother, material, mother, mater, material. We all come from this earth. Like, I mean, they're star seeds and whatnot. Your souls come from other places, but the body itself comes from this earth. I mean, there's more to us than just the earthly. But, you know, she's going to protect. Oh, look at what fell out there. The government place illusions, people in high places. I feel like at some point, there has to be some accountability. There has to be some accountability. Because this is what people want. They want to accept each other with open arms. An overall well-being. Equally yoked amongst each other. That all are equal. Things have been swept under the rug. You know, they've been hidden. Illusions. Shining light and very dark subject. Because it's spiritual warfare. That's what is going on right now. It's spiritual warfare. Let's see if I can get anything else to come out. It might be about the end of the reading. Yeah, it's been told. It's been told. People are waking up. It's been known. This is going on. This is what they want. Having their needs met, to be happy, to have life good overall. An overall well-being, equally yoked, accepting one another with open arms. Equally yoked as in equally each person. It's been told. People know. It's out there now. It's time to bring in the light language, the language of love. Actually, we could probably put this here. It's time to bring in the language of love. Everybody's all stressed out, trying to make ends meet, struggling, you know, to take care of themselves, just to pay their bills, you know. And then, you know, the prices of everything are going up, and it's becoming harder and harder. And where's the compassion from those above us, or those that think they're above us? Where's the compassion from the people in high places, you know? Yeah. We want to be free from bondage. The people are freeing themselves. Like I said, they're waking up. There's a reason why people are starting to come to an understanding of what's true. Because it's time. This stuff has been going on for forever. It's been told. People want to be free. They want to have their needs met. I'm not saying they want to depend on someone, because obviously we showed that we're no longer depending. But we want to be able to make ends meet, doing what we love, so that life can be good overall well-being, equally yoked with one another, so we can accept each other with open arms. And that's where I'm going to leave this right now. I hope this helps somebody out there, or somebody's. And I wish you all a wonderful, happy December, and happy holidays. I'll be talking with you again soon.